Recording in progress.
Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, how are you today, my friend? And we are from group 9, and we will present in this our group. Our first member is I am Anggita Waludin, and then
And my name is Al Fajri.
and last.
Hello, my name is Syarul Harun Yusuf.
And today we will present about semiotic dimension, including question in translation and thematic and information structure in translation. Okay, and first explaining will be explained by Al Fajri. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Anggit. So I will explain about the semiotic. The semiotic dimension refers to the study of signs and symbols, their interpretation, and their cultural significance. It's a key concept in various academic fields, including linguistics, sociology, and cultural studies. In this context, signs and symbols can refer to any form of communication that carries meaning, including word, image, gesture, and object. Jadi yang masuk semiotik atau semiotika ini di sini ialah ilmu yang mempelajari tentang sebuah tanda yang dapat maupun tidak dapat diamati untuk dijadikan sebuah informasi bagi khayal luas. Dimensi semiotik mengacu pada studi tentang tanda dan simbol, interpretasi, dan signifikans budayanya. Ini adalah konsep kunci dalam berbagai bidang akademik, termasuk linguistik, sosiologi, dan studi budaya. Dalam konteks ini, tanda dan simbol dapat merujuk pada segala bentuk komunikasi yang membawa makna, termasuk kata-kata, gambar, gerak tubuh, dan benda. Semiotika ini bidang yang mempelajari dimensi ini pada dasarnya berkaitan dengan proses pembuatan makna. Ini menyelidiki bagaimana orang-orang menggunakan tanda dan simbol dalam berbagai konteks tertentu. And next question in translation. Question in SFT track the signifiers of the text, spoken or written, and it is therefore amenable comparative linguistic analysis independently of the signified. In the case of translation, it is here that the translator text becomes most difficult because semantic shift between language in the signified might not carry over into change of signified. And the translator often faced with a multiplicity of possible translation. Untuk question in translation sendiri ialah struktur tematik dan informasi dalam penerjemah, yaitu mengacu pada cara informasi diorganisasikan dan disajikan dalam bahasa teks. Dan jika hal ini dipertahankan atau diadaptasikan dalam proses penerjemahan, hal ini mencakup unsur-unsur seperti fokus dalam kalimat dan fokus berbagai macam lainnya, serta untuk penggunanya. Perangkat linguistik untuk menyoroti informasi tertentu. Next.
Okay, next slide. I'll be explaining. Thematic and information. Thematic and information structure in translation refers to the way in which information is organized and present in a text, and how this is maintained or adapted in the translation process. This includes the elements such as the focus of a sentence, the order in which information is present, and the use of linguistic devices to highlight certain pieces of information. Jadi tematik dan informasi struktur informasi dalam penerjemahan itu mengacu pada cara bagaimana informasi itu diatur ataupun bagaimana informasi itu nantinya akan dipergunakan dalam teks. Oke, next slide will be explained by Syahrul Hai.
Oke, terima kasih Anggit. The impact of thematic and information structure in this section, it is stipulate the impact of having a solid thematic and information structure to infer the meaning of the source text and to write it correctly in the target language. The translator has to uncover the speaker or writer's intention starting from the meaning itself up to the emotions and feeling of the speaker or writer. This often requires intense reading of the source text and production of several drafts of the target text. Them is the starting point to knowing what is being communicated. This could and in many situations should be used alongside a parallel text purpose to aid in understanding. On top of this, the pragmatic dimension of translation plays a significant role. This aspect focuses on the text in which the text is used and how it impacts the translation. Pragmatic consider the speaker's intention, the relationship between the speaker and the listener, and the overall situation in which the communication takes place. This dimension often requires a high level of cultural knowledge and understanding to accurately convey the intended meanings. Struktur tematik memainkan peran utama dalam mengatur pesan dan memungkinkannya dikomunikasikan dan dipahami dengan jelas. Salah satu permasalahan dalam tulisan siswa adalah bagaimana siswa menangani perangkat kohesif ini. Terdapat kesepakatan yang cukup besar di kalangan ahli bahasa bahwa tema berperan penting sebagai perangkat kohesif dalam teks. Next.
Okay, and the last is conclusion. Successful comprehension and production of text, written or spoken, is depend on the understanding of the thematic structure of an utterance or a passage. It is essential to know what the text is about and a matter of the topic, so that an appropriate translation equivalent can be found. It is quite customary for the topic to be left implicit, requiring the translator to infer it from the text. Establish the topic acts as a unifying thread, with all the sentence in the text providing information or comments of the topic on the topic. This is the content structure of the text, consisting of information in the semiotic content of the text and episodes relating to the state of overloading to the text, the things happening which are described in the text. Jadi dalam kesimpulan adalah kesuksesan dalam komprehensi dalam ataupun dan juga memproduksi sebuah tulisan tertulis ataupun secara ucapan itu bergantung, it depend on the understanding. Jadi bergantung kepada struktur tematik apa yang diucapkan atau apa yang menjadi bagiannya. Dan ini perlu untuk mengetahui sebuah teks itu inti atau mungkin apa yang dimaksud dalam sebuah topik. Karena dari situ kita akan mengetahui maksud dan tujuan dari kalimat yang diutarakan. Okay, I think enough for my explaining and our group explaining. And before we turn to next steps, if you are any question, just write down below in the comment. And before we close our meeting today, I would say Thank you for your good attention and see you for next our explaining and not bit another material. Okay, I think for today and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.